Railways and bridges in Serbia, factories and schools in Cambodia, public transportation in Colombia. In the past decade, China has built a series of ambitious projects across the world under its Belt and Road Initiative. Projects that not only reshaped global trade and geopolitics.
When we needed these infrastructure projects, there was no money for European Union. That is why we decided to cooperate with China.
But also connected people from different cultures.
修地铁需要不同的团队、不同文化背景的人一起携手，共同为了一个目标而努力。
The BRI has brought celebrations to some.
It's a whole new experience. It's a lot easier, a lot faster, and a lot nicer.
And many challenges ahead.
They don't have access to higher education. They come from poor backgrounds. That's why they just choose our school.
As China marks 10 years of BRI, we examine how it has changed the world and how it will evolve moving forward. There's been a lot of discussion around the Belt and Road Initiative, or BRI, and I'm on a journey to see firsthand how this ambitious initiative is having an impact on people's lives. I'm driving along a new 190-kilometre, $2 billion expressway from Phnom Penh, Cambodia, towards the port city of Sihanoukville. The road was financed by Belt and Road and opened last year, cutting the journey between the two cities in half. Just one of many BRI projects transforming this country. I'm here to look at a special economic zone about a 40-minute drive outside the city of Sihanoukville. I arrive early and decide to kill the time with a visit to a temple just outside the SSEZ. Here I come across a group of school children whose parents have dropped them off before going to work. After some misunderstandings, Cesar, the eldest in the group, introduced herself. Cesar asked me if I can meet her teachers and maybe teach an English class, but time is pressing. She continues to push, so I make a promise I will return and teach a class before leaving, if her teachers allow me. The Sihanoukville Special Economic Zone, or SSEZ as it's known in these parts, is home to 175 enterprises, as well as a whole raft of services that skirt its edges. The once sleepy fishing village has transformed into a thriving community, providing nearly 30,000 jobs to locals and economic migrants from all over the country. I start by going to meet the man in charge.
Hello, hello, Mr. Chen. Nice to meet you. Please, this looks really impressive.
So it feels like you have a whole city here with all of the infrastructure of a community over here with universities, hospitals, accommodation, and then 175 factories. But why here? What makes this place the right position in terms of its position around ASEAN?
我想我们当时考虑投资时候有几个因素。第一个，我们要确保投资的安全，而且每年都以7%的 GDP 增长在发展，应该说整个国家比较安全。西哈努克港是柬埔寨唯一的一个出海口，70%的柬埔寨货物从这个港口出去，应该说我们整个园区海陆空的位置都比较便利。这样的话呢，大大减少了整个我们陆园区域的物流成本。就柬埔寨本身它是东盟成员国家，也是 RCEP 的成员国家，那么整个在东盟这个国家里面，它也有非常好的一个贸易环境这个投资者也是会看到了这个投资环境来到我们园区来投资。
But I was keen to see firsthand the impact it was having on people inside these huge buildings. I asked Mr. Chen if it was possible for me to go inside a factory, and within minutes he came back to me with several factories and names.
Chen, 你好。
你好。
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Tell me about yourself. Who are you and how long have you been here?
我在这里上班。 I've been working here for 12 years. Before this, I used to be a driver and a fisherman. When I was a driver, my salary was only $50 per month. Later, after I started working in this factory, and because of my hard work, I was promoted to be a team leader with a monthly salary of $60. Now, because of my hard work, improved management skills, and quality control, my salary was more than $600 a month.
Jian seemed happy with his newfound life, as did the other workers in the garment factory, but his answers felt a little rehearsed, so I pushed on and walked over to the next factory on my list. It's hot outside as I make the short walk to a Chinese medical supplies facility. I'm told to look for Xi Jing, who should be waiting for me in the reception.
What has changed in their life from coming here? How has their lives, how has this getting a job here changed their life?
在这里之前，在家房子都做不到，然后找工作之后自己赚钱，有一部分给到家，一部分给小孩，一部分给妈妈使用买东西，然后我们自己想买什么都买得到，有钱一点点我们自己分配，然后买房子啊，买房子，买车。
Xi Jing is refreshingly different from Jian, a young manager with lots of ambition and extremely enthusiastic about his work and the money he earns. As we walk past different workers, he tells me how much each of them earn and how that compares with the average Cambodian salary. I was struck with how buying a house and a car was becoming a recurring ambition for the workers I was meeting. I hitch a ride back to the hotel as workers spill out into the dark streets at the end of the day, with some workers' dorms, but most rent houses around the booming suburbs of the park. It's been a long, hot day, and I sleep well, awoken by the waves breaking on the rocks below my hotel room. At the park canteen on the first day, I'd met Liao Jie and Wang Ni, 2 doctors from Jiangsu province in China who had been sent to help out in a clinic on the edge of the park. Mr. Chen had emphasised that the BRI support for the province is not just building factories, but also helping in developing public services to allow the worker community to grow and thrive. Liao and Wang were part of that support. They had invited me to visit their health centre, so I hailed a tuk-tuk and made my way back to the SSEZ. Liao and Wang arrived 3 months earlier as overseas volunteers and were quickly put to work. There are plans to build a hospital as the park expands, but for now, this small clinic has to deal with a quickly growing community. I started by asking them about their day-to-day tasks.
Tell me about the experience you see of Belt and Road here in this area, how it is changing people's lives.
因为就是来了之后，我们去附近转了一下，它附近就是在西港这个附近，它是很近的地方，没有大医院的，都是那种私人的诊所，农村里有很多。因为这边雨季雨比较多，他们这边的主要交通工具呢是摩托车，骑车摔跤了，摔的就是如果平时的话，他也只能去市里边去消毒啊，去缝合啊。但是我们在这里之后，他就很方便，每天可以在我们这儿消毒，在我们这儿拆线。他就觉得特别的开心。
有一个柬埔寨一个阿姨，她时常觉得胸闷，经常有的时候发作，有时候不发作。她可能刚开始以为是，新冠，就是新冠的后遗症，但是后来我了解以后，她是，我认为她可能是一个气道的过敏，因为这边雨季就是比较潮湿，可能会有一些螨虫啊，有一些霉菌这些过敏。那我也就是给他用了一些抗过敏的药物以后，他症状就缓解了，他也非常的感激我们。那我们也会互相交流我们中国的文化，经常呢就是他也经常到我们诊所里面来，我教他一些简单的中文，他也教我一些简单的那个简语。
Exchanges are happening in both directions, and I was keen to talk to a local who had benefited from spending time in China. The doctors told me about a vocational college just down the road where some of the factory workers study at night. One of the key attractions to this study is the opportunity to get an exchange program to China. They told me to ask for Frank Lee, the principal, who I was told would be receptive to showing me around. Frank Lee greets me with a joke about his name sounding like Frankly. So when people say frankly speaking, they are really talking about me, he jokes. Puns aside, Frank is deadly serious about building his small college into a thriving university.
We often remind our students, if you can master Chinese language well enough, and maybe in 5 or 10 years, when you travel around the world, you will find so many friends who can speak Chinese. Just like English has a very important position in the world communication field. With the development and also cooperation between Chinese enterprises with the local human resources to reduce the cost of operation in Cambodia, and to raise the close relationship with the local authorities or the local society, and more local high-level human resources or talents will be the key solution to the localization of the enterprises development in Cambodia.
And that is key, the
that's one of the key
localization
points.
Is that it gives them the opportunity to...
And now, some of our students are lucky. We can see talent storage or something like that.
Okay, talent storage, I like that.
Yeah, if you can see that.
Yeah.
Frank told me his students had to learn Khmer, Chinese and English, and I was keen to meet one of his local staff. Sung Sotham is an established academic.
Our colleague, also my old friend.
Old friend?
For more than 4 years.
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Shen, and our friend, Mr. DJ, coming to visit you.
Nice to meet you. I love your desk. It looks like a real professor. Where are your students from?
They come from different provinces in Cambodia. Not only in Sihanoukville, but also other provinces in Cambodia.
And many of the students working here in the economic zone, or are they from
majority of them work in the special economic zone here, and some of them work in downtown, Sihanoukville downtown.
So why do they study? Why are they coming here? What is in it for them?
They come here, because we provide them full scholarship for 4 years. And they don't have access to higher education. They come from poor backgrounds. We also provide them high quality education, higher education, and they also have access to jobs in the zone. Right. That's why they can learn and also work at the same time.
Class was about to start, but I just had time to sit with a few students to talk about their study. As well as the undergraduate students, the college also provides technical training for visiting engineer tutors. It's late and I'm hungry. I was told by the students there is a market at the gate of the SSEZ where I can find food and just about anything else I might want. So I head down the road to find a buzzing night market in full swing. Next morning I pack my bags and arrange a car to take me back to Phnom Penh. Before I leave Sihanoukville, I have one more task to complete: teach that English class.
Okay, let's start again. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, DJ.
Yes, well done. Give yourself a clap. Well done.
After the class, I sit down in the playground with Sok Shui's teacher, Non Fala, and ask him what the community makes of all this investment.
It's very convenient for students to attend school here because there are 3 villages. The children of the villages here who are over 5 years old will come to our school to register. They leave their children in school and then go to work in the economic zone. They pick up their children on their way home after work.
2 days is only enough to get a brief introduction to the large-scale project like the SSEZ, But as someone who spent 20 years watching China's economic miracle drag more than 770 million people out of poverty, the similarities of the model and the workers' motivations are striking. In those years, I've seen Shenzhen grow from a large-scale, messy industrial park to a sophisticated modern city. Sokwe Ross and her classmates are hoping the same can be true of their community.